Hello everybody, I hope everyone's having a great day today. In this video I'll be showing you how you can change the battery in your Jaguar Key Fob. I'll show you the two different key fob styles for pretty much any vehicle in the Jaguar lineup that's been produced in the last 7 or so years. First I'll show you the batteries that you'll need. The Jaguar Key Fobs, they're going to use a CR2032 battery. You can get these at, pretty much any Walmart. You can get them online, Amazon, any, store that specializes in batteries. They're going to have them. Ace Hardware, all sorts of places you can get them. But these are the batteries that the Jaguar Key Fobs are going to take here. The first key fob I'll show you is going to be the rounder, kind of more oblique Jaguar key. This is the same key that they actually still use for the 2024 model year F paces, or excuse me, the 2024 model year F types. But that's the only vehicle in the Jaguar lineup that still uses this kind of more oval shaped key, more rounded edged key, if you will. But what you're going to do here is you'll see on the very edge of the key fob there is a little arrow. That on that silver part there, you'll kind of push that silver part in the direction that that arrow is pointing, and you'll see it kind of slides almost right off the top of the key fob there. And from there you'll actually be able to take that silver part off of the key fob. We'll set that aside for now, and that exposes the mechanical key that's inside of the key fob. This is the same key that you'll use to access the vehicle if your key fob battery dies. I actually show that in another video on my channel here. But anyways, you'll see that hole. You see this little kind of hole here right at the very edge of the key fob? The mechanical key actually fits right into that hole there. And I always take the end of the mechanical key and flip it out there to get a little bit of grip, something that can provide a little bit of torque for this. But what you'll do is you'll stick that mechanical key into that part of the key fob there and just kind of twist. It pops that key fob open there. And then you can just from there pull it open. Don't be afraid, you're not going to hurt anything on the inside of the key. That will expose the key fob battery. You'll very straightforward from here, obviously. That you can see is the positive side right there. However, if you can see, I'll use the mechanical key to try to point to it. You can see right down here on the actual kind of grid, whatever you'd call this here, it says minus down. Obviously that's pretty intuitive if the plus side of the battery is up, but the negative side of these batteries actually doesn't say negative, so you just got to make sure you put that plus side facing up. It's pretty straightforward, and you can use the mechanical key again if you need to just kind of scoot the battery out of the holder there. Oh, boom. So we got the CR2032 battery, and we'll grab a new one here, and you just slide that battery back into the little holder there. When you're done, you'll take the other end of the other face or cover for the key fob. The easiest way to tell how it goes back on is line it up with the key ring holder here. So you'll see this part of the fob face fob cover has a cutout for that little key ring slot there. It fits on there perfectly. And just kind of squeeze it back together. Again, don't be afraid to just kind of give it some force. It'll pop back together, no problem. And then you put your mechanical key back together, slide the mechanical key on into the holder, and then you can pop the silver part of that key fob back on there. So that is pretty much any of the pre-2021 model year F-Paces have this key. And some of the Jaguar XFs have the keys, but then as I mentioned, all the Jaguar F-Types, this is the key for all of the Jaguar F-Types, even up until this day, for the 2024 model year F-Types. So we're done with that key fob. On to the next. This is the key fob for, it has been the key fob for the Jaguar E-Paces and I-Paces for a while now, ever since 2018, I'd say. But this key fob is a little bit different from the other one. I showed in another video how you take the mechanical key out of this one. You'll have to do that same process just like the other key fob, but you press that button there right on the end of it. And so we'll get that on open. You do have to give it a little bit, you have to press it in there pretty good, but that'll pop out very easily, and your mechanical key is out. Now for this one, you'll notice that you have these two little prongs here, kind of. This is probably a better view of that. And so this is how the mechanical key went in there originally. You pull it out and you have those two little prongs there. You put your mechanical key in those first two prongs that you have there. And similarly to the other key fob, with this one, you just twist. And I like to kind of work it back and forth a little bit, just to give it some room, if you will. And from there, it is a little bit more difficult than the other key fob. You do have to, kind of work it a little bit like I had mentioned. Again, don't be afraid to break anything. You're not going to bust anything open. And actually, once you get, other parts of the key fob pried open a little bit, just stick the mechanical key in there like so, and you can just kind of pop it on out. Again, you're not going to break anything. Don't be afraid to just kind of pull it open. So you'll see here, even down here, you can kind of pull the key open like so. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Just put that mechanical key down. There we go. Just had to kind of pop it open there a little bit, but it comes off. As you can see, there's really no little parts in there that are gonna break by bending it. It probably would have been better if I opened it up from this top part outwards. But like I said, you're not gonna break anything. Just kind of use the mechanical key to pry it open, and you'll eventually get there. Similarly to the other key fob, this one, once you get that face off of the protector there, the cover of the key fob off, you've got the battery exposed. Similarly to the other key fob for the F-Types and pre-2021 model year F-Paces, the part of the battery that's facing you is the positive side of the battery. Another CR 2032. And so this key fob actually isn't dead, so I'm just going to slide this one right back in there as though it is a new battery. And it's pretty straightforward. Once you get the new battery in there, you just pop the face back on there. And on this one, you can kind of line it up with the cutout. Instead of the cutout for the key ring, you can line it up with the cutout for the button that exposes the mechanical key. And so pop it back on whenever you're done, and slide your mechanical key right back in. Boom. That is how you change your batteries for your different Jaguar key fobs. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer any questions I can. Have a good one.